Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Alright, so this definitely should be a short video. I was driving down the highway I think it was about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. And this song came on the radio and I started to cry, and I wasn't really listening to the lyrics, and then when I started to cry, I just started listening, and lo and behold. So here they are, listen to this. Alright. They're always charismatic, and they'll turn up the charm. Their words do something magic, saying no is really hard. They're over generous, you'll never pay the bills. They'll fall in love in seconds, die for you, or probably kill. And after 6 months you'll feel really stupid. Oh, I promise that it's not your fault, you fell for it. Because one little fight breaks into a war. Feels like you're dying on the bathroom floor. You'll make an excuse, they'll say that it's you, and the mirror's telling you it's true. Won't leave, can't stay, how much are you gonna take? 'Cause you'll always get the blame. It feels like shit, but that's just how it is when you love a narcissist. So, actually let me read the rest. So it says, so if you're feeling crazy, I wouldn't be surprised. The only thing they're good at's knowing how to gaslight. Sorry, the only thing they're good at is knowing how to gaslight, then make you feel like you're the most beautiful person in the world while they're sleeping with another girl. And after 6 months you'll feel really stupid. Oh, I promise that it's not your fault, you fell for it. Because one little fight breaks into a war. Feels like you're dying on a bathroom floor. You'll make an excuse, they'll say that it's you, and the mirror's telling you that it's true. Won't leave, can't stay, how much are you gonna take? Because you'll always get the blame. It feels like shit, but that's just how it is. Oh, because I felt like shit, so I know it is when you love a narcissist. Alright, so first of all, before I tell you the name of the song and the artist, I want to give you a little warning, heads up. The comments on there are very sensitive. There's also narcissist on there attacking people, acting like they're not a narcissist, etc. So it's a pretty dicey situation. I'd be careful of making comments on there. So, alright. Okay, so the artist is in the image here, and her name is Lauren Spencer Smith. The name of the song is Narcissist, and official video. So I want to read off at least one quote, maybe two on there, because one guy really captured it perfectly, and I want to say a couple things, and that's pretty much it. So what did he say? He says, well, here's one. This isn't the one but there's another. Okay, the one's right. So I want to do this one first, not the main one. So this one, Lizzie says, narcissists are a different breed, and no one will ever understand what you go through until they unfortunately experience it for themselves. Thank you for this beautiful song. So if it seems like it's hard to talk to people about it even this day, because here's the deal, to all of us who are very aware of narcissist abuse, because we've been through it, we found other videos on YouTube and other people talking about it, we think, well, everyone knows, and I think a lot of people know. And I think this song, the really cool thing about this song is it's being put on the airways. So I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, and one of the main radio stations has played. Now I've heard it twice now, and I'm just like, thank God this is getting out there. Because you still, and I'm going to share experience, you still meet people who are like, what are you talking about? You mean, yeah, they're vain, they look in the mirror at themselves, they like themselves. Like, no, dude, that's not what if that was what a narcissist was, oh, God bless us, we'd be so blessed. So, I'll give you an example. So just really recently, the last 3 or 4, maybe a little bit more months, I've finally been opening up to people, but I've been making a lot better connections with people because I'm a lot more careful. I really pay attention to what people do and say and all that good stuff. So there's this kid, a young man, he's pretty tall, about, some say 6'1", 6 foot, but super nice. He's probably 20, 21. He works at a store that I go to, and it's the kind of situation where it's not like it's overly busy, so he always engages me in conversation. So what I've been doing is give him tips about life and stuff and what to look out for. And we had a conversation about narcissist abuse, and I forget what he said. oh man, I don't remember what it was. And I was like, well, yeah. And then I started talking about it. And he goes, yeah, oh, you mean the people that are like, they're vain, they look in the mirror and they think they're beautiful. And I'm like, no, it's a little bit more than that. So the reason why I'm warning him, and so I spent about 5 or 10 minutes explaining, the things that narcissists do and what to look out for, and recommended you should go on YouTube and you really should, look this up. And he goes, why? I go, because you won't see it coming. Even though I'm telling you, you're kind of looking at me like, oh, okay, well, that's too bad for you. Because a lot of people that end up going through it, they realize like, oh shit, this is what that person was telling me 5 years ago. So here's the deal. This kid really likes me. He's really looks forward when I come in the store and stuff. And he just gave me that look like, oh, okay, yeah, sounds a little bit weird. So he'll find out the hard way. He'll probably, because I pointed it out so much, he'll probably start overhearing other people talk about me. Like, wait a minute. He might even actually engage in the conversation, or maybe see some on YouTube. But he'll figure it out. Hopefully not after he meets a narcissist. Because it's like she says, let me see if I find the quote again. Like, let's see. Lizzie says, narcissists are a different breed, and no one will ever understand what you go through until they unfortunately experience it themselves. All right. It's funny. I can remember back to college where a college professor was talking about this issue, and I couldn't understand. Like, even the funny thing was, I grew up in a very narcissistic family. I just look at them like, what are you talking about? I think part of my brain rationalized it, going, well, that's just the way people are, because like that's all I ever knew. Like, I didn't know anything outside of that. It was people always trying to stab you in the back, talk shit about you, hurt you, do the most horrendous things, and I literally just thought, well, this is normal. But it just got worse and worse and worse until I was just almost like a rat in a cage trying to get the fuck out. It was like torture, and it was torture. I actually received a lot, decades of actual physical torture. And then 2 attempted murders on my life, one being overdosed in the hospital with an entire bag of morphine. It was a really effed up situation. It was supposed to last a week, and they dumped it into me in like literally within, I think, 7 minutes or however fast they could do it, because the restrictor wasn't on it. This was years ago. So I'm not going to go into that right now, but yeah, I think you get the point. Luckily now, though, society has a lot of YouTube videos that it's on the news. People, they're making music about it. The word is getting out. So, man, this to me is an awesome thing. So let me read off one more quote on that. I'll put the link to the song down in the description box. Okay. So this Elab, I don't know how to pronounce it. Elab 605 says, it's like having your identity broken into pieces and having to relearn your own reality again. The most soul-shaking experience. That, to me, was probably the best description, explanation of what it's like to deal with a narcissist. It's like you have no idea who you are, what you believe, what you think. You're just like, everything gets broken. So that, to me, is a great description. So I'm just really happy to hear this song get out on the major radio stations. And she's touring all over the place. She's touring in Chicago, Toronto, Ontario, Toronto, Canada, Philadelphia, New York, Phoenix, Arizona, Vancouver. So that's Lauren Spencer Smith, and her song is Narcissist. It's the official video. Alright, God bless you guys. Remember, click subscribe, click that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.